the banana bread. I did put one slice in initially, but I've added another half slice because, I don't know, that one slice didn't look like it was enough, so sod it. YOLO. Here in the UK, a programme was stupidly released by the BBC. It's called The Horizon, and then the subtitle to it is The Restaurant That Burns Calories. And one of the presenters is a GP who's also sort of known for being in the public eye and does a lot of TV work as well. And the premise of the programme is that I think there's 20 people who go into this restaurant and they eat a meal, and then there's a partition then, and there's a gym in the other side of the restaurant, and these people are eating their meals, and then the people in the gym are burning off the amount of calories that would have been in that meal. And as if growing up isn't hard enough already, and especially with the coronavirus going on as well, then to have a programme that's essentially encouraging people to burn off the food that they're eating. I think I just got so angry when I saw that, and to see that a GP was one of the hosts, I think it just goes to show that there's so much more education that needs to be had out there for professionals as well. And actually, speaking of GPs and eating disorders, I went to the GP last year, basically just wanting help for this eating disorder, not having to do it by myself and to have some professional help. And so I went to this GP, and he was just so old-fashioned, and you could see he was like one of the dinosaur GPs. I said that I was struggling and I'm really cautious about getting the help because I don't feel like I'm ill enough. And you'd think at that point that a GP would be like, no, you are ill enough. Instead, he said, to me, you look healthy. We'll put you on the scales now. And, oh, no, yes, your weight is a bit low, but it could be worse. And I was there and I was just like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, you're meant to be a GP. And even I know you shouldn't be reacting like that. And it just angers me. Like, there's people out there. I understand not everyone is going to have the same level of knowledge to eating disorders, but as a healthcare professional, you'd think that they'd have some sort of recognition as to what is good to say and what is bad. And to say that to someone with an eating disorder is just like so wrong. Like, where is your sense? Anyway, back to the programme. So this came out a couple of days ago, and it first came to light because I saw a post by Beat, which is the leading eating disorder charity here in the UK. And they put up that basically saying, in response to tonight's programme, we are extending our online services until 11 p.m. And I looked into it and I saw the premise of the programme, and I honestly, just disappointment, because I saw that there was a healthcare professional involved in it. But not just that, we should be moving our focus away from calories within foods and looking at ways to burn the amount of calories in food, as if we have to earn our food through exercise. And that is what I've been grown up with, been fed this diet culture, which is so toxic to our mental health. And now to see something like this being brought out, it just amplifies it even more, not just for me, but for a lot of other vulnerable people out there. Thankfully, I didn't watch it, and I don't think I am going to watch it, because I can just imagine it being so triggering. But for someone who already has a predisposition to an eating disorder, watching that programme could tip them over the edge. And I wouldn't be surprised if the number of eating disorder cases from watching that programme goes up. Where are people's common sense? Dr. Joshua Walrich on Instagram, he put a fab post up. I'm going to read it out now. He is very anti-diet culture, which is just a breath of fresh air. And the picture in the post says, "You do not need to exercise to earn your food." Preach. He put, 7 points. So he said, first of all, do not watch this show, which I would recommend to you to just don't watch the show. Second, you need to eat every day, even if you have not exercised. Third, exercise is not about punishing your body or compensating for the food you consume. 4, food, especially in a lockdown, is allowed to be more than fuel. It is a source of enjoyment, so learn some new recipes, bake something new. I could have a plate, which is, yes, scientifically it contains a lot of calories, but that plate should be seen as wholesome, as filling, as nutritious. It shouldn't be seen as a number. And for so many people with eating disorders, that's how they see food now. They see food as a number, and they see food as fear of what they're putting in their body and then needs to be burnt again. Baffle.com. Anyway, 5th, exercise can be a source of enjoyment too. Disconnect it from weight loss and calories. I exercise purely for my mental health at the moment. If I want to go for a run, I'm make sure that it's coming from a place of, I know I'm going to feel better from this, and not from a place of, that's going to burn the burger that I had last night, or that's going to burn the chocolate bar that I just ate. I have to make sure, for my own sanity and to stop Eddie from creeping back in, that I am exercising from a good place, and it should never be from a way of offsetting the meals that you've eaten or allowing yourself a meal later in the day. Number 6. It's incredibly inaccurate for viewers to be watching and translating it to themselves. Yes, you can't copy and paste calorie content. We are so individual. Our bodies are so different. How I eat a burger and a chips and how my boyfriend eats a burger and a chips, how we process that meal is so different and unique. And finally, you are doing the best you can. This is a hard time for everyone, and we don't need diet culture to add to our misery. Yes, such a good post. And if you don't already follow him, please follow Dr. Joshua Walrich. I'm trying to create a feed at the moment, which is so body positive and so away from diet culture that when I look at my Instagram feed, I'm constantly being reinforced with positive messages. Anyway, the premise of this rant is basically, please don't watch the programme, and please just try and curate a feed on your Instagram where it's positive and where it's giving you inspiration and it's not making you feel shit about yourself. We shouldn't be feeling crap about ourselves right now, especially during this lockdown. We need positivity. And if there are any medical professionals watching this, I understand that it's hard to grasp the complexity of eating disorders and the complexity of disordered eating. Just understand that disordered eating is a thing, and we don't need to be a certain weight or a certain look to have those problems. I think it's only 10% of all eating disorders are comprised of anorexia. It's also damaging as well to produce programs like this that are just downright not helpful. Yes, it may be scientific, but I'm sorry, why would you call a program The Restaurant That Burns Calories? No, 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 no. Anyway, that's my little rant for the day.